Hey, James.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first drinking game you participated in?
I was 24. I went to my friend's house and I had never been around like a drinking game before. And they were like, we're gonna play beer pong. And I remember standing there. It was free beer. It wasn't my beer, right? But they were like throwing the balls right in the cups. They were drinking from the cups. And I remember thinking to myself, why would you want to play a game like that?
It's a bit unsanitary.
Yeah, so I've never really played them. They've never really been my forte. So I think I might lose a toe.
Well, I got something special for us today. We're playing beer darts. It's one of the newest drinking games that I've learned. It was introduced to me about a year and a half ago, where the goal of the game is getting the opponent to drink by puncturing their can with a dart. And it's real fun and slight bit of danger, but it gets you outside, and we're gonna enjoy it.
Let's play a few games.
Let's play a few rounds. Let's crack a few beers. Shall we cheers for the beers?
The only thing is, Chandler doesn't know that I was lying to him. I've been playing darts since I was 5 years old. My grandmama raised me throwing darts. She used to always chase me around the house saying, boy, if you don't clean, I'ma get you. While she would flick darts on my ankles. He doesn't know what he's in store for. He has no idea at all.
So the drinking game of the day is gonna be beer darts. It's a game that was introduced to me only about a year and a half ago. And it's a game played with a dart and with a couple of beers and a couple of friends. The name of the game, is beer dart. The goal of the game is to hit the opposing beer with your dart to force the opposing player to drink.
What if your beer doesn't want that?
If your beer doesn't want?
Yeah, what if your beer just wants to be drank? What if there's like a world kind of like that Seth Rogen movie where like the beer cans are alive and they're running around and they just don't want to be punctured? Or do you think they're like, yeah, radical, puncture me, man?
I think every beer deep inside yearns to be crushed. It just wants to be cracked and crushed, punctured and bruised and battered, like beer battered.
Well, let's crush it.
So yeah, we got darts, we got beers, we actually got the little official stands that have functional bottle openers and holsters for your beers. These are available on Amazon. And
we're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored, but that's just where you want it. If you want to get them, that's where you
want to
get
get it. That's where.
That's where.
Let's throw some darts.
Let's throw some darts.
Let's throw some darts.
See, what James doesn't know is I only ever get competitive when I'm drinking. I was raised on playing bar and pub games, especially darts, and so this is gonna be a handed victory. Not only do I have the skill, but I also have the competitive drive, and I think that's gonna show up tenfold. I'm actually afraid for the amount of beer that James is gonna have to consume without a nearby open public restroom. So let's keep that in mind as this game unfolds. All right.
So I've never played. Oh,
here. It's a 2-shot.
Oh, it is. Okay.
You get 2 shots at it.
So I've never played a game like this before. I think we tried the other day, and it got dark.
It got real dark real quick.
It didn't work. Also, note that I'm wearing Crocs. Probably not the best footwear.
Not the worst.
For darts. So I'm gonna do my first 2, okay?
Yeah.
So effectively, when it pierces the can, you would drink from there.
And you want to go until it's no longer flowing until it reaches equilibrium.
So obviously, if you pierce the very bottom, or the very top,
or within the ring.
So here we go.
I'll take a line up with, you're scooching a little closer. You're getting a little scooch going on.
I'm on top of a hill.
Wouldn't the more on top of the hill you are, the better angle, the downward?
Not for me.
All right.
Do you have a favorite, like bar game or beer game?
So I think as far as like drinking games, this has become my new favorite. When it comes to like bar games, I grew up playing darts for one, and then also billiards. My dad had a pool table. That was like his big goal. I nicked it. You see that? That was close. My dad's big, like, I made it moment, like I'm an adult with adult money, was he got a pool table. And I think that was an important step up from him, and he took it very seriously. And he taught my brother and I to both take it very seriously. And so we were playing bar games, pub games, just kind of casually whenever they would have friends over, because, you know, we're competitive. We also play like pinochle and like just general card games. But one of my favorites, of course, is beer pong. That's a classic. I love an accuracy kind of game, because as you drink more, sometimes it slips and sometimes it hones in, you know, like you start getting a little loosen up, and then the accuracy, the muscle memory kind of unfolds.
Here's a question. Aren't all drinking games effectively accuracy games? Because isn't the fun of the drinking game the fact that your accuracy degrades?
Sometimes it's accuracy, sometimes it's memory, which, you know, same idea. But the like you got the ones that I forget what it is, but it's like everyone has their signal, and so then you would sit in like around a table, and then everyone would do like a boom boom clap, boom boom clap, boom boom your signal, boom boom the next person's signal, and they have to recognize that that's the signal that you're doing, pick up on it, and if someone misses the signal,
so accuracy or
rhythm and memory, and just like general lucidity.
Anything that requires you to be lucid.
Yes.
Oh.
Anything that requires you to be there. Also, I think what's fun about games like this specifically is the added danger element of throwing sharp projectiles.
I'm wearing Crocs. My camera could get stolen at any time.
But we got darts.
We also aren't good at aiming. Apparently. I'm saying that so that y'all watching don't go, well, you guys suck.
You guys are bad.
We know we suck, okay? We know we're not good. Leave me alone.
We're outdoors. There's a cross breeze.
Look how close I am.
I think the added danger too is we're in a public park and could potentially get rolled up on.
Oh yeah.
That's always a thrill. The first few times I've played this, it was either at campsites or in backyards, and so it's not as much of a danger. But doing it in a public park...
You mean a place like New York where it's illegal to drink outside?
Or even in Sacramento, where it's also kind of frowned upon to publicly consume
we're talking about beautiful families and stuff. It's beautiful.
It's a gorgeous day. We're on
Don't say where, I don't know.
The side of the lake pond.
If you're cool, then you know where we are.
If you can figure it out, you
can come here right now.
James, what kind of experience do you have with drinking games and pub games?
It's so weird. It's because I love bar trivia, right? I'm a trivia fella. My problem is trivia is up in the air sometimes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You never quite know what's happening with trivia. Close.
You could sometimes trivia, you end up signing up for way more than you're ready for, because you're going into it thinking like, oh, it's going to be like, what color are Sonic's shoes? And then it ends up being like, what was the fourth signature on the peace treaty of Versailles? And
it's always great when you're like at a thing and they go, what WWF wrestler fell to his death in front of 70,000 people in 1996? You know, I'm the only person jumping up and down. You know,
you're like, I know this one.
His name is Owen Hart, and his wife's name is Martha Hart, and they have a nonprofit called the Hart Foundation. Actually, it was founded.
You don't get bonus points for that, though.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes it's if you're specific. If they say, they'll go, this Irish American is in a lot of action movies. This movie came out in 2007. you get a point for naming the actor and a point for naming the movie. They'll do that sometimes.
They will do that. They'll name like the year it came out.
Oh, that's too hard.
I love a good bar trivia. I've only ever been to like
so
3 or
close.
4 of them, and I always end up underperforming, and it makes me frustrated.
You should be used to that, though. You know,
Usually,
underperforming.
I'm great at multiple choice questions, but they don't do multiple choice at all trivias. Oh.
I wish we had like a little close up cam.
Like a little instant replay, like a little dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Oh man, you're like skimming the top.
You know what I just
Almost step out of
realized?
frame.
You know what I just realized? The hardest part of playing any sort of drinking
God,
game.
What is? I think I'm too high on the slope, and the wind is giving me. Now I have to change my accuracy.
You kind of have to give it a little mustard,
I got a little mustard, but not too much.
but not too much. You don't want to give too much high mustard.
It's like that old game. And then.
And it launches it, or
Yeah, to see how strong it is. So first you gotta aim it, then the little meter. You gotta figure out.
That's exactly it.
Is this do you think? And I think bar games and stuff, it's all about recapturing your childhood, right?
Yeah.
You know,
It's all about like that feel. It's like the same kind of like dopamine rush that you get from gambling, except you win nothing except drinking. And you're just oh so very parched.
what about, do you need the drink in order to play these games? This is important.
I think you need. Oh shit!
Get 'em.
Shit!
Get him.
Shit.
Got him. Finally. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. I think there are people out there who sometimes do feel left out because their friends are playing games and they're at a place. You know, do you think it's socially acceptable to put a non-alcoholic beer there? Or a can of seltzer? Or even perhaps a nice cold pop? Because I know I wouldn't judge you.
I think for games that have to do with chugging, it doesn't matter if there's alcohol in it or not. It matters if there's carbonation. Because that's the biggest hindrance to chugging style games, such as like Flip Cup or
An ice cold Coke? An ice cold Coke? Could you even?
ugh.
Is there even anything left in there?
It's only about halfway.
When do I win?
You win once you hit it low enough on the can or on the very top.
I kind of thought the bit would be that we wouldn't get it at all until the end, but I'm just too good.
You're just too good at it.
I'm just too good as I move my unprotected feet. Yeah, come on. I'm thirsty over here.
That's the hardest part of any drinking game is cracking the first beer because you're oh so very parched. And as I was saying, part of drinking games is the fact that as you go, wow,
Are you kidding me?
wow, that bounced against it.
God.
Part of the fun of drinking games is there's like a bell curve of doing well, where it's like you're kind of so focused on aiming initially that like you're rigid. And then you get a couple of drinks or half a beer and you loosen up a little bit, and then it becomes like just a you're
I'm
just
tight.
putting
I'm tight over here.
you're just throwing the ball where it needs to go. And then
I'm tight over here.
you're tight.
I'm
you
tight.
need to loosen up. You need to get loosey goose.
Maybe if you hit that.
Maybe
If you hit that.
but then it gets to a point where you've had too many. And then you're swerving a little bit and you start seeing double, and then it's a lot harder. And so
Oh, I can't even hit a Michelob Ultra.
so James,
Chandler.
what is the New York City like vibe of drinking it? Like what's the culture of drinking games in New York? Is there?
No, drinking games here take place in bars. It's darts. It's the same. It's the same as everywhere.
It's
you
like
know?
it's pub well
Yeah, it's pub centered because we don't have public spaces. The issue is that we don't have public spaces. Why don't we have public spaces? We don't have public spaces for teenagers, for adults, or for children. Nope. Instead, recording our podcast. Look at that.
It's called Was That in Good Taste? And we're talking about drinking games.
You're talking about drinking games?
Yes.
Are you playing the drinking game now?
Yes. We're
It is.
recording it right now.
Wow. You have
And that right there is also the fun.
That's the camaraderie
That's
of
seriously
drinking
part of the
games.
fun of doing things outside, right? Playing a drinking game, you might end up with some people.
Yeah, that's
and
how
might
you
end
make
up with
friends.
5 people. Next thing you know, you got people throwing them, and then Chandler gets to drink like 5.
And then what?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Oh,
I'm so good today.
Damn,
and
you were
that's
on
why
today.
I should get derailed, because I go on and on about conversations about how we don't have public spaces for people. I know we're in one right now, but the sun is about to set. The truth is, we're not allowed to be here. There's nobody here, but we're not allowed to be here doing this, actually. And the other day we were out. Oh my God!
That's a winner.
That's beautiful.
And that's a winner.
Whoa!
That's perfect. Wow.
You won. That's man.
That's a bullseye.
That's a photo finisher. Here, go take that. Take that.
That's
guy
a
out there.
bingo.
Woo! Man, that's absolutely amazing.
So
while I drink this,
you have to drink all of it.
Yeah.
Like you gotta
so
crush
while
it.
I do that, can educate the people.
So one of the beauties also of drinking games is they do have a communal aspect where it forces you in like not a way that's like coercive, but it encourages people to kind of break down those boundaries in the spirit of competition in order to enjoy a drink. And then maybe you end up on the same team as someone, and now you're competing together against another team. I see this a lot where and when I first started doing comedy, it was in a bar that had 3 pool tables, and I, like I said, grew up playing pool. I like playing pool. So I would sometimes just go to these bars and end up playing, just shooting around by myself. Then someone would come up and be like, hey, do you want to play a game? And I'd say, sure. And then another couple would come up and they'd be like, hey, do you guys want to run doubles? And I'd be like, sure. And so next thing you know, I was coming into this bar without knowing anyone, and I'm leaving by knowing at least 3 people that are now new friends that started all just because I was feeling competitive, and I like having a competitive activity to do while I'm having a little drink. Yeah, show them the grouping.
That is the perfect. That's how you win.
And that's how you win. And given that was a clean game-ending shot, we're going to clear the board. We're going to just go ahead and, let's see. There we go. Why don't you talk about how you think it's important to have these kind of third spaces to be able to consume, or at least be able to exist without the policing?
It's hard because we're doing it live. Here's one of the things. This is important. Being outside is a fundamental human right. You get to and deserve to be outside. However, you don't get to harass people around you. We are 2 adults, currently surrounded by other adults. There is no children here. No one is at harm. Nothing bad is happening. There is nothing carcinogenic happening yet. This isn't allowed because it's a system of control. That's why I think pub games kind of like blew up, because it's social, right? It's about engaging in public with others, and that's something we don't get to do.
Here.
That's something we don't get to do.
I do think it's interesting the popularity of beer gardens that have things such as cornhole and other like throw it, or like just other beer games. I was at a place this past week in Williamsburg that had a variety of different cornholes that were both the traditional one. Another one was like a beanbag toss that had different vertical point structures. Then there was one that was was garbage can beer pong that you would throw a soccer ball standing 30 feet apart or so. And the goal would be, you're playing beer pong, but it's with full garbage cans. And it's a way of getting active that otherwise would kind of not be available, or you don't really have, one, the space in a city like this to play that kind of game, or the camaraderie. And I think things like those kind of outdoor beer gardens are something that our generation really looks for, because we don't have these kinds of spaces as open to us as the previous generations did. Like boomers, their drinking game was driving.
Now it's time for some magic. Are you ready for this?
I'd love some magic.
Here, hold this. I don't know if this is gonna turn out well.
I'm scared.
Does it look the same or does it look different?
I think it looks a little bit brighter.
Whatever. That's all that matters to them.
Perfect. We're still in frame. We're still
This is kind of the downside of doing things outside, but I kind of want to know
We
if
did
you
have
like
we
it.
had golden hour.
That's true. If you like this and you're having fun, you know what you can do? Make sure you what? Like
Comment.
and subscribe. Let's play one more round.
Let's switch sides.
Let's switch sides? Okay.
Do it equitable.
Okay.
Equitable.
But I won, so I get to go first.
Yeah. Well, no, I won, cause
Oh, you won.
'Cause
so
I-
you choose.
well, you go first.
Okay.
Hold on though. I am gonna get, again, the most important part about drinking games is you can't rely on your opponent to oh fuck me.
Swift on the bottom.
Oh, wow.
That's the whole thing, baby. That's the whole thing. I'm so good. That's it, right? I effectively won the game just now. That's it. Did I just win the game? While he's talking, so what?
Yeah,
what's
I think
important
you
things?
did win this one.
Yeah, that's crazy. First shot too. So all right, here's the thing. We're gonna talk about it then. So while he finishes that, one of the best parts about drinking games is always having something with you. Me, what I chose to have on the side is Heady Topper, the Alchemist, from Vermont. This allocated, unfiltered beer is popular among beer drinkers. You know about it. This New England IPA is nice, it's hazy, and it's delicious. And I won. Tell me that wasn't good as fuck.
No, that was pretty
Payback.
impressive.
It's payback. It's payback.
What's cool about this though is since you hit it on the bottom, I can just shotgun the rest of it. So
Man, oh, but you know what? Now that I won,
I mean, you could. Oh, I guess. If you're so inclined.
isn't that how it works? Isn't that the point?
That is kind of the point.
It's celebratory. Man, I'm not gonna lie, that was cathartic. That was a great feeling.
And you kind of like the shower of beer that you get as you have. It feels like you're in the. I'm talking into this like it's the mic.
They probably can't hear you.
It feels like you're in the like the celebration pits at a NASCAR game when you just have like beer spraying you in the face and you're just like, oh god, yeah, it's amazing.
Damn.
The feeling, the taste of victory.
But that was like first shot victory.
That was
A+.
that was
That
right
was
out the
immediate.
gate.
That was, without a doubt, the best beer darts ever. But I've never played before.
That was a good game.
Damn. Do we have anything else to say about beer games or drinking games? I keep calling them beer games.
Well,
What are the liquors do you drink with?
you do
had-
shots.
You could do shots.
But
That's a drinking game. Like just like how many times can one person do this?
well, one game that I would play in college when we had Nerf revolvers, the ones that the barrel would kind of slide out and you could actually like roll, is we would play Nerf Russian roulette, and if you lost, you had to take a shot.
Wow, that's children. Don't do that.
It's kind of grim, kind of dark. James, if you were to come up with a drinking game, what kind of game do you think it would be based off of in terms of like, would you try to go like how Charlie McDennis from Always Sunny has like their drinking game is based off of a variety of board games. The one in
I already have my game.
And New Girl is based on the
It's
Great
Cheskers.
America. It's Cheskers.
Yeah.
Chess and checkers?
Yeah, it's chess and checkers.
How?
But it has specific rules. All right.
Okay.
So you can move any piece like a checkers piece,
And
Or-
jump people? Like,
or like a chess piece, and you still win the same way.
are the pieces checkers pieces or chess
They're
pieces?
chess pieces. They're chess pieces
That can
that
do.
can chess things, right? But remember, because chess things are, you can move them in certain directions, right? Checkers, it's every piece can move effectively just forward or jump diagonally, right?
I thought they can only move diagonally.
Oh yeah, they can
And
only move them diagonally.
Yeah.
So
And then you can double jump things.
all the pieces move the same. The goal of the game is the same. But whenever you take a piece, your opponent drinks.
Ooh.
But here's the thing. Just like chess. Oh, here are the cops. Fuck me.
Uh oh. Where do you see cops? I don't see them. No. I don't see cat.
Look, you didn't see them?
I don't see cop.
Hey.
Oh.
You didn't see them?
Were they They were all the way
No, they
over
were
there?
driving here.
Oh, on the road path.
Yeah. No, they were right there.
That's the other thing about drinking games at parks is you gotta be wary. But that's kind of what makes it fun.
For you,
Yeah.
it's not fun. I just did a TikTok about how the one time I got arrested, one of the one times I got arrested was for jaywalking, and I was locked up for 3 days.
Oh. Yeah, I forget about the whole racial inequity and inequality part of it. And I'm just like, oh, drinking in public's fun as long as you can smooth talk your way out of it. My bad. My privileges show it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just going home. This is the only
Chess
outdoor.
But the rules have to be absolutely ridiculous. So this is how it is. You win by winning like regular. However, and if you play chess, you notice you cannot stalemate too long.
Do you
Then
have
don't
to?
win.
Do you have to? What are you drinking?
Got you.
Because
So
I
you're doing
feel
shots.
like okay, you need a hard
You're
liquor
doing
to
hard
make it.
shots every time you take a piece. You can take a piece both ways, a chess way
Or a checkers way.
The thing is, the checkers way can get your opponent drunk because when you jump their pieces, they have to drink. However,
They can jump you back.
they can jump you back, and they can jump you back easier. So
Mm.
then, do you start off the game regular? Do you start off playing chess, but towards the end, do you start jumping pieces just to get your opponent sloshed so that they misplay? Because the whole point is that you actually still have to win. The game is not over
Until it's over.
until somebody wins.
There's no way of cats gaming?
No, you have to win. Absolutely.
Is there a way to like be like if someone okay, wait. But do you win checkers wise or do you win chess wise?
Chess wise.
So you have to get the king.
Well, you can't jump the king. You have to put the king in checkmate. Or as we call it here, chessmate.
So but you can't jump the king? Okay, I feel like that's an
That's
important
the same.
that's an
because
important
you can't
distinction.
come within 1 square of the king in a way that you could hurt the king, because that would be check.
But like
So
if you
the
were to
rule
do
of chess
something
still applies. So if you were going to go diagonal to it, you couldn't,
okay.
or you could.
What if you were to line it up so where you check them in a way that's like
Yes.
You have
if
to
they-
move-
So if they have to move into where they go into a chess jump, yes. But
Where
there's
they
more
have-
counters because you can also chess jump. So you can multi-jump.
You can multi-jump?
Because it's chess. It's chess.
what is this? Fucking Doctor
It's
Strange in the
checkers.
multiverse of madness?
It's chess curves. So if you get into the right place in the right position, right, you can try to put me in checkmate. But because it's chess curves, if you do it wrong, then I can jump all the pieces probably. that
Oh, and you
have.
can bop.
Yeah, depending on how you do it.
Oh,
So at what
okay.
point does the game turn from checkers to chess? The world will never know.
It's all part of the strategy.
It's all part of the strategy.
Okay, I follow.
God. Yeah, I turned around when the cops came. Okay, leave me alone.
I stared him down. Mainly because I was still looking for him. I was like, where
Here's
are
me.
they?
Here's me. I saw the cops in the distance.
Hey, you want to play?
Officer!
Hey, you want to lobe? We got
God.
lobes. Oh, that's also, I feel like it's important to also mention the type of beer that you play drinking games with can drastically change the type of game that you're drinking or that you're playing. One of the popular ones that I played in my college days is called, well, we knew it as Gaucho Ball because the mascot of UC Santa Barbara.
I thought you were saying a slur.
No. I don't know. Actually, I honestly don't know if the mascot is a slur. It's an Argentinian cowboy, is what it's in reference to. Also, the pant, the gaucho. What is it's the name where it's like you got a bunch of cups that all are about like a quarter full of beer. And they're all like kind of in an amalgamation and conglomeration in the middle of a table. And then there's 2 cups that start on opposite ends and everyone's around them. 2 cups and a ping pong ball that goes to each cup. The goal is to bounce the ball into the cup on a single bounce. You can't move the cup once you set it down. And once you bounce it and you make the ball into the cup, you pass it to the next player. And the goal is to try to get the cup to catch up to the one that's the leading one. And once you do that, once you catch up to that cup and the person behind, it'll go clockwise. If you're able to lap that cup, you then take it, stack it into the lead cup, and then the person who was shooting on that one has to grab a new cup, drink it, and start bouncing in there.
So I actually think I've heard of this before. Only we called it something different.
No, there is.
We called it Gaucho Marx.
Well, that's the communist version of it. Rage Cage. That's what it is. It's called Rage Cage, and because one of the stipulations is if you make it on your first attempt at bouncing the ball, you can pass it to whomever you want. Whomever. Usually the strategy is to pass it to the person, like if you get it and the person behind you has the cup that they're trying to stack you with, and you make it on the first one, and you now have a tower of cups that have been stacked on top of each other. You make it and you pass it to the person behind you, so that now the pressure's on and it just kind of goes in reverse and it skips a person. So then that
sounds way too hard for me. I've only had 2 Michelob Lights Ultras and I can't even catch up.
It's complicated until it's not, and then it becomes second nature.
Until you're just doing it,
But if you play it with anything that isn't a light beer or a box wine, it becomes way too much.
This is definitely a different vibe. Because I think in New York, like right now, it's like spring. We're like, oh, it gets hot. We have very strange inclement weather. It's late. It's nice. We're wearing like t-shirts. It's a little cool, but it's not really cold. Which means,
breezy.
I don't know. I feel like we're just a heavier beer cat type of people over here. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I feel like, especially in Brooklyn, I feel like people...
We do beer, but we don't... I don't know. I feel like the beer culture here is different too, because it's more about like the lounge than it is. It's more about like the vibe. Like here you go, you get a beer and you listen to vinyls, you know? California, or even like a beer place like Colorado, or just more Western, I guess, beer culture is you're going to like play horseshoes. That's another like, I think, iconic drinking game that...
I think honestly, it's probably one of, if not the most. I'm trying to get Chandler because the battery's about to die.
Oh.
We've been going for so long.
How long
The time has been going away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well,
We've been doing almost an hour.
Do we have a backup battery?
I mean, we do.
Oh, okay.
You want to go over an hour?
Well, we've been like start stopping. I think we could fit in one more last rubber match.
One more game? All right, hold on.
I think
What do you think? You know what? It's getting a little too dark out here. You know what we have to do? You need to hold this. I'm going to try this again. I don't know how it went last time.
Try it out.
Oh, and we're back.
And we're back.
And we look better now. All right. One more game. You have
All right.
Wait, where's the
The other dart's over there.
So we're gonna do one more game,
We got to figure out who's going to win this. We're at 1-1.
especially because I did so good last time.
It was
You know what?
It was,
You're right.
It was a lead. You just right off the bat.
I'm not competitive enough. Since I won, I'm going first.
All right.
And I get to pick the spot. I'm going over here.
You're staying over there?
Yeah.
All right. Let's run it.
Toss me an ice cold brewski, por favor.
There's some in the bag right there. I set it up. All set so that it was set.
I'll go first. You almost threw me the darts.
Almost. Didn't though.
It's beautiful out here. I'm gonna show you what it means to be competitive. I'm gonna show you what it means to have this beautiful backdrop and this beautiful city and to beat your friend in a game. Hey, look, it's a bunch of quackers.
Bunch of quackaholics.
I effed myself because there's a light in my face. I'm effed. It's your turn. I'm screwed.
Well, I had to have a side beer. Oh,
I need to. Hold on. Whoa.
yeah.
All right.
You best move your side beer.
Safety first, kids.
What are some other fun drinking? Oh, bocce ball. Like just general like out backyard games. I think one of the first beer games I remember watching that I was like, "Oh, this is a game." Was
I'm thirsty. Look at this guy.
was beer pong, but not like college beer pong, but like the one with the paddle pong.
Yeah. I've seen that before.
Where it's like there's a beer on a ping pong table and two players are trying to hit the ball into the beer glass.
That's not straight. What happened? It got moved when I hit it last time. You gotta angle it a little bit or something, I guess. There we go.
And I remember watching my dad and one of his
Can
friends.
I just say, you had an excuse. Oh, you have the high ground. I don't know.
I didn't give you any excuse.
God damn
You
it.
were the one taking like 3 steps closer to be like,
I can't see.
you're like, oh, well, I'm on a hill. So like, and you're like,
I don't want to be anything other than what I've been. Oh, that was close. Oh, that's close. I'm feeling a little competitive right now. Let's go.
Speaking of beer games, you remember the movie Beer Fest?
I love Beer Fest.
That's a
Every
great-
time I drink out of my boot,
You-
I only.
you
Come
have a
on.
Das
Can I
Boot?
tell you something? I've gotten the air bubble before. Because
And-
you won't be paying attention. You'll be sitting there drinking it, and then.
Tell them about the air bubble. What is the air bubble?
So the air bubble happens to form in the boot because it's like an L, right?
In the toe of the boot.
In the toe of the boot, because there's like two things. One, it's not a straight 90-degree angle because it's glass. It's
Yeah.
like weird, right? You know, it has like a slight curve.
And it has a heel.
And it has a heel.
Like a
so
little
what happens
wedge.
is that a little bubble of air forms in the tip, but there's still liquid in front of it and a little bit under it. And as you drink it, if you don't turn the boot sideways to allow the wider section of boot to allow the air to come in and to redistribute the liquid evenly, you get a bunch of beer in the face.
It glugs. It
Glugs
that.
into your face. Okay, I
think honestly that movie is one of the sources of why I like drinking games so much, is because it does, like, I just love the competitive element, but it gives strategy to something that would otherwise be mundane. And I love something that relies on just a tiny bit of extra strategy, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like there's an approach. I think there's something comforting about knowing the right way to do something, or at least having a way that works for you. And I think, because they have several different events, like the just a straight chug. Mm-hmm. There was the drop where like one player would be on a platform 10 feet above the player who was laying down, and they had to try to pour without.
But come on, the traditional relay beer race, that's like the iconic moment from the movie, right? Where them
Yeah.
sitting across the table, like seeing who can drink a beer faster.
And that actually brings me back. I remember as a kid,
How did that not get it?
I remember challenging my dad to a chug off where I had like a Barks root beer and he had an actual Coors.
I didn't get it, huh?
No, you hit the platform. And we go, and I get about 2/3 of the way through my Barks root beer, and I'm like, oh God. Oh, the carbonation's getting me. Oh God.
Can I just say, by the way, you got a top, I got a bottom immediately after. There's a drone. Continue.
Can they give us some of the footage?
I know, right?
Oh,
Whoa.
I'm locked in right now, dude. I'm ready for this. But ended up losing a chug off to my dad at like the ripe age of 10 years old. And I gotta say, that kind of ignited a fire in me that I was like, I need to win, you know? And if my win is gonna be through just how fast can I drink something, then that's a win is a win is a win, bud.
This is it's a cheap drone. That sounds like an Air 2S, a DJI Air 2S. That was close.
That was real
Here I
close.
go. Here comes the win. As I poke myself with the damn dart.
You gotta get a little bit of tetanus on it. So, James, would you believe that, oh my fucking God.
Who's the fucking winner? Who's a winner? Show him, show him, show him. Not on the camera though. Wait, okay, don't do that now. That's too close. That's too close. Watch me have to go rub the camera off. Who's the winner? Same place.
That was good.
Damn.
Pretty good.
Oh, can be real? The last time I did so bad, because I can't see, I have really poor eyesight. And so I wasn't able to win on that roof. But you know what? I am able to win the game of life. You know how? Because I'm fucking subscribed to What's in a Good Taste.
And you could be a winner too if you just do everything James does.
Damn.
All the time.
I'm proud of myself.
No, that was impressive.
Hold on, wait. Don't chug it yet. I feel, you know why? Because there's a reason. You have a dart?
I don't have a dart.
There's a reason.
Threw 'em. You threw them all.
And this is the reason. And this is important. It's about friendship.
Oh. It's about trust.
Am I wrong? The whole point.
Oh God. Oh, okay. It's about friendship. It's about camaraderie.
It really is.
And it's about the moments of celebration, both at the expense of your other fellow competitors and in solidarity with the beers that we have crushed along the way.
So remember, even if you got your friends and you're playing a bar game, you can participate. You know why? Do you know why?
Because drinking's not required.
But it is recommended. This is I'm a litter. I'm not. I'm gonna pick that up when we leave. Wow.
That was
Damn,
fun.
I'm good.
That was good.
I'm telling you, when I can see that shit,
I'm impressed.
and I hit it in the